Amigos, ¿cómo están? Buenas tardes. Como verán, este video lo voy a hacer en inglés a pedido de algunas amigas que viven en el norte del continente americano y también en Europa. Okay, I'll try to do this video in English, and I'm saying try. It's very hard to tell you the truth. Okay, the title of the video is "The Democrats Have Lied to Latin America Long Enough." And I will tell you what has happened to the Democratic Party in the last 60 years for us here in Latin America. A long time ago, there were two main figures from the Democratic Party that were cherished here in Latin America. The first one, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, first Catholic in the White House. I have a little script here, okay, so I'm going to follow the script because it's very hard, I tell you the truth. It's very hard to make a video in English, okay? So I'll try to stick to this little script. His visit to Mexico and the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe, I'm talking about John Fitzgerald Kennedy, was historic for Catholic countries. People from all of Latin America were ecstatic that the President of the United States went to Mexico City and say hello to Our Lady of Guadalupe. The other figure is Martin Luther King Jr., who represented the fight for individual rights, civil rights, fight against racism and other discriminations. Unfortunately, those are long gone times when the Democratic Party represented hope for Latin Americans. But I wonder now, was all that really true? Or were they just playing the part for the public? For us? Were they true? Or were they lying to us? That's something that we need answers for. Okay, continue with my script. Right now, Latin America is being targeted by the American left. In other words, the political platform of the Democratic Party, to implement their agendas in our countries. And I'm going to go through some of these agendas, which are the most relevant. The first one, gender ideology, which was introduced to our children here in Peru in school texts, elementary school text, in which they say anal sex, masturbation, and group fondling were accepted ways of expressing human love and care for each other. I'm not kidding. That is the truth. And if you want, you can go to the links in the Ministry of Education. I'll try to leave those links below in the description, okay? Another thing that they are trying to teach to our children is contraception and reproductive rights. Of course, that means abortion, and that abortion is one right that women need to be empowered. They need to know about abortion. They need to be aware that abortion is available for those who do not want to be do not want to have their dreams, their dreams cut short because of an unwanted pregnancy. Another agenda, identity politics, which are trying to insert in our societies to pitch one race against the other. Unfortunately, it doesn't work here in Latin America because we do not have separation of races. We are all mixed. We are all brown. So this identity politics, they're trying, I tell you, they're trying to implement them, or they implement it, but there's not much to work with. Another agenda, diversity policy across the board, which is, in my view, discriminatory, because I think that goes against the personal effort. Why a person who is not as well qualified as I am should have a position because they happen to be of a different color or a different sexual orientation? I don't think that is fair. Now, the following is very, very serious. Same-sex marriage, pedophilia, and anti-family policies. I'm not going to talk about pedophilia because that is disgusting. But same-sex marriage, that is something that that the left here in Peru and in other countries are trying to impose. I know that there are same-sex in Chile, in Argentina, and in Uruguay. Now they are in those countries, same-sex marriages are legal. They're trying to impose that here in Peru and the rest of Latin America. Well, that's not going to happen. Not here in Peru. Not if I'm alive. Because we are family-loving people. And another thing is the left is trying to impose anti-family policies. Here in Latin America, we cherish, it's not only cherish, we adore our families. We revered our parents. I loved my father as you wouldn't believe. My mother was a wonderful person. My aunts and uncles, people of, oh my goodness, I loved them to pieces. I live across the street of my cousin. I see my sisters and my nephews and nieces all the time. We are family-loving societies. And that's ancestral. It comes from our cultures that have thousands of years. So forget it. We are not going to live our families just because some leftists want us to forget. All of these are main political platforms that the Democratic Party has espoused, and I follow several people, several channels also in YouTube, and I see blatantly how these agendas are being imposed. I follow CNN, MSNBC, Fox, Alex Jones, RT, the BBC, TV, which is the Spanish channel, Spanish from Spain. What else? I watch Jordan B. Peterson videos. I watch Anne-Marie Waters videos. I watch what else? Oh, many channels, and I find them very illustrative. Dr. Steve Turley, that's another one. I like him very much. And I see them, I analyze them, and I see the difference between what is happening in North America and Europe, North America and Europe, and what is happening here in Latin America. And I don't want the things that I see up in North America and Europe to be happening here in Latin America. That's for sure. Anyways, unfortunately, the same patterns are being repeated here towards the free speech. There is a gag that is imposed on all of us that have a different point of view. We are insulted, persecuted, discriminated, and silenced from the traditional media, either TV or written press. Everybody is, or every progressive, that's what it's called, no? The progressive people and all the media, everything that is progressive are against us. Okay, everybody, everything, every agency that have these progressive agendas are against us, the conservatives. We are the bigoted, we are the fundamentalists, we are the ignorant, we are the medieval that do not know any better. And from what I watch, I'm sure that is exactly what the Democratic Party use the same labels against those who are how do they say, in the other side of the aisle. I watch the debates in the Congress. I do that too. Okay, but you know what? I do not fear them. We do not fear what is coming from these leftists agencies that are funded by the Democratic Party. We are independent nations with our own values, well rooted in cultures with thousands of years, as I said. We will not let these leftists, Democrats, come to our way and poison our societies with their identity politics, their gender politics, their equality politics, their reproductive rights, and so forth and so on. That is what the Democratic Party means nowadays. So, I think they have lied to us long enough. We do not want your platforms here in our countries. Go back. Go to your place, okay? Do not meddle with us. We're gonna fight to the death against all these policies. I know you have on your side United Nations and all the organizations, and that I know that for sure, because I've seen the scholar texts, the school texts funded by the UN, those school texts that you have poisoned with this gender identity, this gender ideology, this diversity policy. Elementary textbooks. So, you're warned. We do not want any leftist Democratic Party or any leftist agenda here in our countries, and especially in my country, Peru. Well, my friends, that's all for today. If you have any comments, please do so in the section below. I'll try to make more videos in English. I do not promise, because as you can see, it's very hard for me. But if you want any specific topic, let me know. Okay? So have a nice day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.